Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Mr. Brandon Hodge.
This video is brought to you by the WWE T-Shirt Club. If you guys want a brand new WWE shirt delivered to your door every single month, just hit the first link in the description and sign up.
Alright, we're going to kick off this episode, guys, with the first and only news story of the day. It's been a very, very light news week for some reason. That's why there's only been like 2 episodes in the past week or whatever. But hopefully things pick up here soon once, WWE, start touring again and they're not in the stupid Thunderdome all the time. Anyway, the first one is about Mark Henry. Now, this one's more of an AEW related one, but Mark Henry, obviously, it's a very large star in WWE's history. But basically, Mark Henry is now in AEW. He's been signed to AEW. I don't know if he's going to be wrestling. He's probably going to do like some kind of like backstage, little on TV thing, manager kind of role, something like that. But this is a multi-year contract that Mark Henry has signed with AEW, so do not expect Mark Henry on WWE television anytime soon. Alright, so it feels very, very weird to say this, but that's it. That's the only news story of the day, but don't go anywhere, because things are about to get good here. Things are about to get quite interesting, because ladies and gentlemen, go get your juice boxes out, get your juice boxes ready, because it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. So the first rumor of the day is actually going to be about SummerSlam 2021, the next, one of the big 4 pay-per-views that's coming up. So basically, it's about the host. So usually for these bigger shows, WWE will get a host. They'll have a host of WrestleMania, a host of SummerSlam or whatever. Usually for the big 2, I guess. I don't really remember ever having a host for Survivor Series or a host for, Royal Rumble. I mean, maybe every once in a while there'll be a host for Royal Rumble, but anyway, sometimes they'll choose a celebrity or someone like that. Apparently, they have chosen a celebrity for SummerSlam with this year, and the celebrity they've actually chosen is none other than Cardi B. Now, Cardi B, I don't know, I guess she's a rapper or something. I don't listen to that kind of music, so I don't have a freaking clue who it is, really. I know a lot of wrestling fans are there with me. Some of them know her, some of them don't, but at least most people, I guess, have heard the name before, even if they don't know what kind of freaking music she makes or whatever. Anyway, Cardi B is supposed to be hosting SummerSlam, I guess, and they're going to set that up here sometime soon and maybe even announce it soon. But yeah, Cardi B, host of SummerSlam 2021. Alright, the next rumor is about Molly Holly. So Molly Holly was actually backstage at Monday Night Raw last night. Now, why was she backstage at Monday Night Raw? Apparently, Molly Holly is actually doing a little trial run as a backstage producer for the WWE. Now, this is always a good move. I always enjoy hearing about ex-wrestlers or retired wrestlers or whoever actually having some role backstage, because it's okay, finally, some people who know about the wrestling business at least a little bit from a wrestling perspective or whatever, they're actually working on the product. That's always good to hear, because a lot of the time they'll bring in these Hollywood people who've never even watched wrestling, let alone, worked in the wrestling business. But to see people who worked in the wrestling business for years, they know how it works, they know what comes off good on television and all that, actually are working on the product to make the product better, and I always love to hear that. So yeah, Molly Holly is getting a trial run as a producer, and hopefully that works out for her. Alright, the next rumor is about WrestleMania! So this is not about this past WrestleMania, it's about future WrestleManias. So WrestleMania 38, as we know, is going to be in Dallas, Texas. WrestleMania 39 is going to be in Hollywood, California. Now, as far as a schedule for the days and stuff, it's just going to be WrestleMania Sunday, the one day. Of course, WrestleMania, you have the WrestleMania week thing, but as for a WrestleMania actual show, it's just going to be a one-night event. It's not going to be a 2-night spectacular like it has been for the past 2 years. Now, apparently, a lot of the wrestlers backstage enjoyed the 2-night thing. They were the fans kept their energy up. Their energy didn't get drained for the second night. And the reason the reason it didn't really get drained too much, because a lot of the fans didn't go to both nights, I'd noticed. I was one of the few that actually went to the both nights. But actually, a lot of people there, I'd say most people there, were just getting single tickets and going just one day. And the main reason for that is double the price if you wanted to go both days, because you had to buy 2 separate tickets just for one person. It's kind of stupid. I mean, they did have the bundle, but even the bundle was expensive. I got the bundle and it was really, really expensive. So I don't know, as far as a 2-night WrestleMania in the future, if I would be a big fan of that. A lot of wrestlers are pushing for it. They say it makes WrestleMania have a bigger feel or whatever. Sound off in the comments, guys. What do you guys think? Do you think a 2-night WrestleMania is interesting? Do you think it's better? Let me know down below. I mean, it's a lot of wrestling. You can do more. The fans don't get so burned out by the end of the show. So there is pros and cons to each one. Just personally, if they could make a 2-night package the same price as just the normal WrestleMania would be if it was just a 1-night WrestleMania, I would be all for it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, go get your tissues out, get your tissues ready, because this is the saddest part of this entire video. This is going to be the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I'll be talking about inside of this episode of WWE News and Rumors. So this is about SummerSlam's location. SummerSlam 2021, for a while now, we've been saying it is going to be in Las Vegas. It's pretty much confirmed to be in the Allegiant Stadium. They worked out a deal, and recently the rumors came out, and even WWE confirmed this, that SummerSlam is going to be on a Saturday this year. It is not going to be pay-per-view Sunday. It's going to be SummerSlam Saturday night. And everyone's like, what the hell? What's the reason for that? Well, now the rumored reason is saying that was actually due to Allegiant Stadium's availability, or they requested it or whatever, that they wanted the show to be on a Saturday night. They don't want it to be on Sunday night. It has to be on Saturday night. And apparently they came to that agreement. But now there's a rumor saying that somehow the deal they had with the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas has fallen through, and now they don't know where SummerSlam's going to be. I mean, I don't want to say they don't know. They have a few locations in mind. It could still end up being in Las Vegas, but now they're saying they're looking at a few different locations. They're not 100% decided. The actual location is going to be confirmed here actually in only a few days. They announced it's going to be revealed on some show or something. They're just trying to promote something to get people to watch it or whatever. But we'll hear where it's going to be through the power of the internet, of course. But yeah, apparently there's one other place running. If it's not Las Vegas, they can't get the Las Vegas deal worked out. They're actually looking at another place, actually on the opposite end of the United States of America, and this place is called New York City. So yeah, they're looking at totally different. They're not even looking at the West Coast if they can get Vegas, I don't guess. But another thing that's very, very interesting to point out is the Raw and SmackDown after SummerSlam is going to be on the West Coast. So it's kind of like, man, that's going to be a big scheduling conflict to fly wrestlers all over the place. So, I don't know, maybe I'm leaning more towards the West Coast now since they already have that booked. Maybe they'll work out Las Vegas. If not, maybe they'll throw it in California, or they could even have it in Phoenix, or even somewhere in Texas would work out. But who really knows? But yeah, there's that rumor saying New York City, that rumor we heard a while ago. It's making its rounds again. It made a comeback. I've never seen a rumor completely die and then be like, The Undertaker, surprise! I'm maybe dead, but I'm still walking or whatever. And anyway, New York City, I heard Madison Square Garden. It's Allegiant Stadium is a giant football stadium. It's the home of, the Raiders NFL team. And, Madison Square Garden is such a little tiny tiny dot of an arena. It only holds 15, 16,000 people. I mean, it's very, very small compared to a big stadium. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn here. New York City is closer to travel to for me, but at the same time, Las Vegas is the bigger venue, unless they put it in some kind of deal in New York City. If they put it back in what is it called, the Rutherford, New Jersey, at the the MetLife Stadium or whatever. I don't know. Everything's kind of blurry right now. But conflicting with the Raw and SmackDown dates, I'm thinking SummerSlam's probably going to be on the West Coast, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. So there you guys have that. Is actually going to do it for this episode of WWE News Rumors. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Right now on screen, I'm going to leave a link to 2 previous videos for you guys to check out, as well as a button to subscribe to this channel if you're brand new here. But I am Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.